I'm Caroline Jessup, and I've just been working at the school since September, and I'm one of the nursery teachers with Miss Baldwin, who's just here.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet
Both
you.
Caroline.
Nice to meet you. I'm Caroline Baldwin. I'm the other nursery teacher, and we both work here part-time and job share.
All right, so how does that work?
Well, we find it works really well. We've got a crossover day on a Wednesday, so we try and talk about the children and make sure we both know what's going on.
And I think the good thing is Caroline used to be my student years ago, and we have similar ideas on nursery and practice, and we've got similar ethos, haven't we?
Which, we do, We're very early years.
I've had a lot of job shares, but because I think we've got the same ideas, it works absolutely brilliantly, doesn't it?
What would you say that your ethos is in early years, for early years?
I feel like we both feel the children are the centre of what we do. We start with the parents and the children and where they're coming from and their experiences, and we try and build the curriculum around them.
And we've got, I don't know how many, I think it's about 14 different areas in nursery where the children are learning all areas of learning through. But we both have the same ideas that the continuous provision is there for the children all the time, so they can return to it to develop their learning, and that really helps to develop different concepts for them, and then we just enhance different areas to develop the children based on their interests.
And try and make it exciting, that's the big thing, isn't it? Exciting and interesting, so they go home, and because we're promoting language all the time, they go home, they're talking to the parents about it, they're getting involved, they're coming in going, what was this? They've been
lots of songs, lots of interactive things on the carpet, getting the children involved, finding out what they're interested in. But they love the songs, don't they, and learning different songs, and it's great when you see them run back in the next day, because we've just had some caterpillars that we've hatched out into butterflies and we released them, but they were all eager to come in and see if they'd all come back out, and it's great when you see that enthusiasm in them, that things you're doing, they're so excited that they're going home and talking about it.
What kind of health needs are you seeing from children coming into the nursery?
Some of the children, in terms of feeding themselves, we have a lot of children that aren't able to feed themselves, aren't they? I think sometimes parents still tend to feed their own children. So we have the snack, which is a great time for children to learn spreading skills or different skills, and seeing each other eat together. We do have a lot of children that are quite fussy eaters. But I think when sitting all together and seeing your peers eat is such an amazing thing, and when we've seen children who have been reluctant to have milk or reluctant to eat the fruit, and then all of a sudden they start doing that, it's just amazing to see.
Parents are amazed as well, like, oh gosh, they never eat that at home.
Or when we had Chinese New Year, we had noodles and things like that, and when the children start eating, it's amazing what we can get them to do here that they won't do at home. So I think it's sort of trying to develop the children in terms of encouraging to show them a healthy diet, and we're doing food at the moment, aren't we? So we're telling them about things that are good to eat, and just trying to inspire them and educate them, really.
There is some language needs there, isn't there? Speech.
Definitely.
We definitely get more speech problems than we've had for a long time.
What do you mean by speech problems?
They're not pronouncing the sounds properly, they're unclear in the speech.
And children that have no speech or very limited speech when they start in school, and we're having to do a lot of playing with the children and a lot of sort of pointing at objects and naming objects, rather than even up to questioning children, but very simple language. And again, I don't know whether it's back to children not being played with as much because parents are so busy and
dummies. I think dummies can affect it. Dummies later on affect the speech, don't they? I mean, not so much this year, but last year we had a lot of children putting them in the pockets and bringing them to school, and you'd get the coats on and get ready to play out, and there'd be dummies in the mouth, and you'd be like, "What are you doing? Put it away. We don't have those here." Do you know? But I do think the children are holding on to things like that more and more out there, and also potty training as well. We have a lot more that come in that are not trained in September. I mean, quickly with our help and support, the parents get the confidence to do it and take it forward, but I think pull-ups have a lot to answer for. But health-wise,
what about things like children with allergies? Or asthma, eczema, that kind
a lot more asthma.
Yeah, a lot of asthma. We've got a lot of asthma and a lot of children with severe asthma. Demi, who's in the afternoon nursery, she's really severely asthmatic. She's had to be in hospital about 4 times this year with serious asthma concerns, and a grandma might even speak to you today. It's usually grandma that brings her, but they've changed all her medication really, and every time they change her steroids, it does have an effect on her as well.
She's really bad asthmatic, really bad. She's in and out of hospital all the time. She's actually on steroid crystals in the morning, and she does have quite a lot of time off nursery owing to her health. I mean, the nursery rings straight away when she thinks she's bad, and they give her an inhaler at nursery. His main concern is when she goes to mainstream school in September that she might need a one-to-one teacher because, you know, even the hospital said it's the worst they've seen in 25 years. She's really bad with it, and she just like tugs for breath all the time. And then, as I say, they give her an inhaler at nursery, so they're quite good that way. They've just actually changed the medication. The steroids that she takes, they're sugar-free now. So they're hoping that it'll just calm Demi down a bit because she's always on the go.
She is a little whirlwind. She is a live wire who has made so much progress, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
You could see her on the carpet, putting her hand up, following all the rules and procedures, but she is lively, and you will know when she comes in. She's like, she's always smiling, interested in everything.
So keen, isn't she?
Yeah, so keen, so enthusiastic. She'll be straight to the camera, wanting to know what it is, what's going on, but eager to learn, and it's lovely to see that. Isabel's an amazing little girl, isn't
she came in really kind of unconfident and cried
very
a lot.
strong-minded.
Very strong about what she wanted, and she was very angry at her mum leaving, and she let us
wouldn't
know,
sit on the
didn't she?
carpet,
No,
wouldn't do anything. No, I'm not doing anything.
But
Even
now you can tell she just loves being here.
and she laughs because she looks at her snack picture.
Yeah, she says, I was miserable in that picture.
That's grumpy face. If you ask her, she'll say, there's grumpy face, Isabel. And she is amazing. She's like having another teacher in the class.
She's lovely.
She is amazing at tidying up and sorting things out without even asking her. She is just wonderful, keen to learn, enthusiastic.
Very talkative.
The kind of child that every teacher wants in the class. She's just a dream.
What do you like doing at nursery, Isabel? Drawing.
That's your favourite, isn't it? You go to the drawing table every time you come in, don't you, straight away?
So can I ask, this is Isabel.
It is.
And is she part of the Born in Bradford project?
She is, yeah.
And what did you think when you heard about the Born in Bradford project? You know, what did you think about it?
Well, I wasn't sure what it was at first, obviously, but then they sort of took me in and explained everything. I thought it was good, you know, because she does have eczema and stuff as well, so when they sort of got into that type of thing, you know, they are looking into things like that, aren't they?
Yes.
You know, the causes of things like that, and it is sort of genetic as well, so I've got a son as well now, so it's sort of handy, you know. Yeah, it's good.
It was very quiet. Wouldn't say anything, would he? At first, very shy. But now he's a lot more confident. He's
still
starting
quite
to talk.
natured little boy, isn't he?
He likes his own space, but he's so keen to get involved with the adults. He really likes spending time playing alongside you.
At first, he wouldn't go to the toilet unless an adult went to the toilet area. I think he was scared of the actual toilets. Yeah. But his mum's lovely. She's been very supportive and very encouraging. But it's taken him a while to develop the confidence to come and ask us something, or even just to talk to us freely. But when we did a big topic on dinosaurs, and the role play area was
really
a dinosaur.
Inspired him, doesn't it?
Because he loved dinosaurs so much, he was like a different child.
What did you think of the Born in Bradford project? You know, when you signed up, what did you think? Why did you say, oh yes, I'll do that?
For the initial when he was born, he was born premature and he was really underweight, and I just thought it'd be good for him, you know, to see how he develops, really, to just keep track of how he develops.
And have you taken part in any of the other studies?
Because he's not a good eater. There was another programme about eating, which we were part of, and I found beneficial as well.
How did you find it beneficial? How did it help you?
Because I was worrying a lot. Was he eating? Is he putting on weight? And it's just reassuring to say that as long as you put the food in front of him, it's up to him to take what he needs and not to worry too much about it, because I think I was over worrying about it. But he's a healthy boy, and that's the main thing.
And he likes dressing up as well, don't you? And you like the girly magazines as well, don't you? With all the girly headbands. Because he likes to dress up as a little girl, don't you?
Pass the ball round and round. Where will it stop?
Riley, wow, you're surprised.
beanstalk one.
Do you think it's a bean and it's going to grow into a bean?
A beanstalk one. A beanstalk.
Where did you find that?
On the ground, and I think it was.
What are you going to do with it, Riley? Going to plant it?
I remember what we have to do, find some soil. Find some.
Where would you find soil, Riley?
Somewhere far away.
All right.
I know we can get some more. The farm, there's lots of soil there.
And then what are you going to do when you've got some soil?
Plant it, and then the farm will like it. They might climb up the beanstalk. Lots of soil there, you know.
Okay. You're going to plant it. How do you do that?
You have to add some water.
You need some water, right?
The gas has got some water. Gas head. We'll get it.
Yeah. Do you want to get some water for it? What do you need to do now?
Talk to it.
Talk to it. Okay, what are you going to say?
How much are you going to put in this time?
You know, it's such a busy world and parents don't have time to spend with the children as much. So I think it's great that we've got adults in here talking to the children.
I think you take it for granted, don't you, that they do have adults at home that do talk to them. But if they're busy it's a hard skill to come in and be able to play with a child is a really hard skill. And especially in this world where there's all this technology about, it's easy for the children to sit and watch a DVD or play a computer game or get involved in a Game Boy and be on that for hours rather than have the real life experiences like talking and playing and doing and being, even the physical things really. I'm not sure they kind of get a chance to play out as much as they all used to do and build dens and do all the things that we did
and they
when we
love
were children.
playing out. As soon as we open that door, you'll have seen this morning loads of children out there running about, playing with the water, etc. They just have a wonderful time. You can ignite something in their brains that really wants to learn, and you can see it in the faces, and that's so rewarding, isn't it? Which is why we both love early years.
Yeah, it is.